Am I audible?
Yes,
Okay.
you are. Okay. I
Yeah.
think the recording has started. Okay. Nancy?
Okay.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Today here, I welcome you all to our first talk show of Dabble with Dinero. As someone said, you are the root of your financial success or failure. In today's scenario, earning wealth is not that big deal, but how you manage them is the real point. So, today with us, we have someone with the same thought and the same belief. We welcome you, Mr. Shreyans. He is third year student at BIT's Goa. He is passionate about finance and entrepreneurship and has been trading, investing and options in the stock for the last 2.5 years. He is also the co-founder of two startups, Huloq and Clinify.
Hi, Shansh. I'm Vidit. Thank you so much for taking out the time for our talk show. We are really excited to have you on board with us on our first episode of Dabble with Dinero, our talk show series.
Sure, it's great to be here. Thank you so much for that great introduction, Nancy.
Okay, so first of all, Shansh, we have received, actually, I personally have received a lot of questions, comments, and messages regarding the session. So I am very hopeful this conversation is going to be helpful for a lot of people. And I'll be talking to you candidly. So, and therefore, I would request you to be as candid as possible in this conversation. That's the purpose of our talk show series, and
Sure,
hope that your experience will be helpful for the viewers as well.
sure.
Actually, I prepared a couple of questions for the talk show series, and in the event, we'll be going hands and forth over question and answers only. So
Okay,
I think we should just let's just get started. So my
sure.
first line of question is, Shreyans, you are investing since your first year of the college, right? So I would just like to ask you that how was it like, or how you started, and what basically motivated you to start?
Sure. So when I came to college, I had no idea that I liked finance or the stock market or anything. I thought I'm going to engineering college, I'll learn coding, something like that. And when I got to college, I joined the finance club of my college of BITS Goa, and that changed everything. When I joined the finance club, I started learning things, basics of stock market, finance, personal finance, and that got me extremely interested in finance in the stock market. And so, I doubled down and I started doing self-studying. I read articles, books, all of that stuff, and that's how I got super interested and passionate about finance in the stock market. So, I would definitely say if you guys are new first years, all the first years in college, go definitely join the finance clubs, talk to seniors who, are interested in this sort of thing, and be involved with all of this.
Oh, that's really great. So actually, you just give the advice to our juniors that to just join the finance clubs for that. So so as the students have taken admission this year, just started with their college lives, and I'm sure many of them will get inspired from you. Just what you just said that you invested in your first year as well, and would like to start investing as well. So, what advice you will like to give them? Like you have never gotten, or you wish you have gotten in the first year where you are starting. So, is there any advice you would like to
Yeah.
give to the
So
freshers?
first of all, yeah. So what I would say is that it is very important to learn first before jumping in the stock
Mm-hmm.
market. It's very important to get that knowledge. It's if we won't jump into an ocean without learning how to swim, right? First we learn how to swim and then we go in the ocean. This is
Yeah.
the exact same thing. The stock market is the ocean, and if we don't learn how to
Mhm.
swim, we're gonna get swept away. So it took me almost 6 months of
Yeah.
just virtual trading, fake paper trading, studying, learning before I actually put my own money in the stock market, right? And that too with very small capital. So to all those students who are just starting, I would say first learn either through books or YouTube channels or online articles, all these different places. Learn, get all your doubts cleared. It can be through online forums or asking seniors, or I'm sure you would be happy to help out your juniors. I would be happy to help out juniors to ask any
Yeah,
questions. So
surely.
getting all your doubts cleared is very important, and then move on to fake trading or paper trading, right? Trading with fake or virtual money, and to build that confidence in you and to develop your strategies, to test out how everything works. And then once you have that confidence, I would say definitely do start investing with small capital.
Wow, that's a really good answer. Shansh, you just mentioned that we should just learn about the concepts first before starting investing. Virtual trading will really help. But as I am being the part of the finance society, I have personally received a lot of questions from the juniors as well that they just get stuck on the technical jargons and just not able to understand the properly the financial terms or something. So, do you think any advice you would like to give them so that they can clearly understand the concept without facing any technical jargons? Because
Yeah.
it just get a little demotivating while you are learning something new and you just don't understand something.
Yeah, so I would say some of the resources, which students can use to learn. What I personally used was Zerodha Varsity. It is this online app plus a website by Zerodha, and it has everything explained in very, very simple language. Everything from the basics of stock market to advanced option strategies, everything. And the best part about them is that the way they explain is they don't use too many technical jargons, and they give a very easy example for everything, every concept. So if you are new to stock market or investing, I would say start from Zerodha Varsity. Also start off with Investopedia. So if you do come across a very technical term or jargon, just go to Google and type in Investopedia and search that term or jargon, and you will immediately understand, what it is and how it's used, etc. So I think it's very important to understand what everything is. Don't get demotivated. Read inspiring books. I read Warren Buffett's autobiography, which got me very motivated because Warren Buffett started investing when he was 11 years old. He bought his first stock. So all of these
Yeah,
small things,
exactly.
will keep you motivated and will keep that fire to learn more.
Exactly. Oh, that's really nice. So, Shansh, my next question for you would be like, as I experienced, I think a 1 month back or something, 1 month back, that I was talking to some junior that he just wanted, he was just curious about the stock markets as well. So, the people who are new to the field, they just assume that the stock markets only mean day trading or algo trading or short-term trading. So people just wherever you talk about stock market, they just see just numbers crossing through their heads or trading and something on the screens. What actually people don't know the values of fundamental investing as well, long-term investing and value investing. People have really not even considered. Actually, the people I have seen who are new. But I would like to really ask you that, in your personal opinion, what do you prefer, short-term trading or fundamental or value investing?
Okay, that's a great question. So to be very honest, short term or day trading is very difficult for me because I'm also a college student like you guys, and I have classes and exams,
Exactly.
assignments. And what day trading requires is monitoring, continuous monitoring of the graphs and the charts at least 2 3 hours in a row, so you don't miss out any small opportunities or entry points or exit points, right? And that becomes very difficult to handle with classes. So what I like to do is a combination of both long term and short term investing called swing trading, right? That basically means
Yeah.
holding any position for anywhere between 2 days, could be 2 months also, which I think gives you the flexibility to enter the stock market as a student. So I would say, my personal is, opinion is I like swing trading, but there is nothing wrong with day trading and there's nothing wrong with fundamental, long-term trading as well. It's just that there's a complete different mindset for both. If you want to do long-term trading, you need to look at the income, the revenue, profitability, assets, liabilities, and of course the management, right? The CEO and their next 5-year plan, 10-year plan.
Exactly.
But for day trading, you can't look at any of that. You just look at the numbers, the technicals, the indicators, all of those points. So they both are great terms, the great strategies of trading. It's completely up to the person, what he likes based on his risk appetite, based on his time, dedication, how much time he has, and to go for which one. But both require complete different mindset. One requires more patience, and one requires more discipline.
Exactly, exactly. So swing trading is the way to go for you.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So, Shansh, actually, some people were also asking me, as we indicated a chat box question series, a form where questions were asked for this episode by the students. So, they had a lot of, some of the students had a lot of query about options and futures as well. They just have entered the market. Okay. So I wanted to know, what are your views on options? Do you think for the people who have just started should enter options or futures?
I would say no. If you have just started the stock market, if you've just started learning, do not enter in options. In fact, I entered properly into options trading at the beginning of quarantine. After 2 years of investing in the market, this is when I entered options. And of course, people can enter before that, but the thing with options is that it is much, much, much more volatile than stocks. There are options. In fact, on Monday, there was a small correction where Nifty fell 400, 450 points, right? And some of the options went up 600, 700% in one day, which is something that you will never come across with stocks, right? Stocks mostly go up 10, maybe
Exactly.
15% in rare occasions. So that just shows that options are much, much more volatile. There's much higher risk, and of course, there's a much higher reward. So if you are strong and confident and comfortable with your concepts of the finance or investing or day trading, then sure, definitely go into options. There's a lot of money to be made there, but there's also a lot of money to be lost. So I would say be
Okay.
careful. If you're just starting off, don't try going into options and futures and everything. Stick with stocks for a while. Get comfortable and confident, and then slowly start venturing into the deeper side of the ocean.
Yeah, with great rewards comes also the great risk.
Definitely.
Well said. Yeah, okay. Shriyansh, like, as we found out that you are you manage being the co-founder of two startups as well, and you also did an internship with Grow along with your college. That's pretty great. And many of the students that don't get enough time to manage between the classes or assignments, who just wants to start investing, but they don't get the time. But you manage being the co-founder of two startups, and you also invest in stock markets as well, being internship with the with Grow, and you also manage with college. So do you have any advice for the students who just to make time, how can they manage with their time to start investing?
Um, so I think time management is very important, and prioritizing what you think is important, at life in life. And so actually, recently, one of our startups, Huloq, was selected as a startup incubator. It was a 9-week program that was every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. So I had to, attend that. And then after that, my classes simultaneously. Sometimes I used to watch recorded lectures, and it used to get very hectic. But it is very important that you need to like what you do, and you have to be passionate for what you're doing. If you're not passionate and if you don't like what you're doing, then you will never have time for it. I would say, more than spending
Exactly.
time on Instagram or WhatsApp, Snapchat, or other social media, do what you think is important. Don't stop learning. And time, it will be easy. Everyone gets the same 24 hours a day. And if you spend
Exactly.
only half an hour on social media or other stuff that you like, you still have a lot of time to do other stuff. So I think time management is very important if you're starting off, and everyone will have to learn on their own how to manage their time, basically.
Agreed. Okay, that was really great. Shreyansh, my next question would be that you are being somewhat involved in finance. So I was just wanted to know, what are your views over the current economic scenario? As you would have noticed that there's a fall in the market, there was a pretty big loss, and it before that many people had an opportunity to book their profits as well. So I just wanted to know that what are your views over the current economic scenario?
I think right now there's a lot of variables that we need to factor in to predict the economic where it will go and what we will see. But there's talk about a new coronavirus mutant strain. There's vaccines. There's elections. There's a lot of factors that we need to a lot of variables that we need to factor in. But what I think is that maybe 6 months or 7 months or maybe even a year later, when people will start going out again, after being stuck in their house for so long, I think that everyone will want to go to vacations or go to malls to eat out or watch a movie or to hang out with their friends. And when that happens, I think we will see great earning reports. We will see a huge upliftment in the economy in terms of people spending, and it's a thriving economy. But until then, I think there's a lot of uncertainty in the next 6 to 8 months as to how the entire scenario will take place. I'm very hopeful. I'm very optimistic that by the end of 2021, we should be able to set higher highs in the market and the economy. Hopefully, we'll hit maybe 14,000, 15,000 on Nifty. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah, we hope the same. Shayan, you before mentioned about that Huloq was selected for incubation. That's really great. So actually, you are the co-founder of Clinify and Huloq. We just would like to know that if you could brief about both the companies, it will be great. Like, what were the challenges you faced? All the timelines, everything we would like to know. It would be really great if you could, tell us about what were the initial months were like, or how it was.
Sure. So back in my first year of college, I met my co-founder. He is also my neighbor in hostel, Harish. And so when we first started, I knew how to do search engine optimization, SEO, blogging, and content writing. And he knew a little bit of web development and sort of that technical skills. So we thought, why not come together and create a small digital marketing agency where we can help, digitally increase the marketing of some small companies. So we started reaching out to different people, and we actually got a client, some medical client who wanted us to write some blogs and make their website better, and they paid us some small money for it, and we got very excited and we got happy. This was in our first year, and we thought, let's do more of this and we can slowly get more clients and make this bigger. And that was the start of Huloq. It started as a digital marketing agency. So we spent around 1.5, 2 months cold calling, cold emailing, tons of different companies, coaching academies, food, e-commerce, random stuff. And we got rejected one after the other. Every single time we got rejected. And so, we thought, fine, maybe this wasn't meant to be. We'll try something else. So that's when we made the move into chatbots, Facebook and WhatsApp based chatbots, because that was at a higher demand compared to digital marketing. And we, created some sort of, software which will help us make the chatbots. And we hired a couple of other people from outside as well. And we went from being a team of 2 to a team of 5. And then we suddenly started getting more and more traction. We started getting people, instead of us reaching out to clients and people started reaching out to us saying that, this product seems very interesting, let's get on a call. And it kept on going like that for the next 1.5 years. We had 3, 4, 5 clients, paying clients, but it was hard to manage with college, and we kept that running simultaneously. And then when quarantine started in March, April, we got selected for this competition called Conquest 2020. We were made in the top 50 startups in India, college edition. And that gave us a lot of experience and insights. We got to meet with mentors and, angel investors. And they told us that, you guys have a great product. You guys need to just fine tune it a little bit more, work on your technology, and I think you have something great. So we spent the next 2, 3 months just sitting and fixing our technology, creating complete dashboard software platform for businesses to use WhatsApp chatbots. And that changed everything. We got calls from a lot of different venture capitalists, tons of meetings, And that's how we got selected in this incubation program by Nexus as well, which helped us learn a lot more. But in the end, it did not go as planned. We got so much of traction, but we realized that, we still need to work on some things, and we made some mistakes along the way, and we learned from the mistakes. So while Huloq is still working, we thought, why not try something which is more, more our speed. Since we are still students in college, why not help other students who are getting into college? And that was the start of Clinify. So we started Clinify for high school and college students to learn skills that are not taught in college, right? Especially in engineering colleges, like graphic design is not taught, web development is not taught, stock market and finance is not
Yes.
taught. So we thought that we'll create a community to teach all these things. So to help students explore new things and to network with other students. And we started off with 100, 300 students, and as of today we have over 21,000 students, um, in a mix of Discord and Telegram.
That's great.
And yeah, so we're hoping to launch our product, some sort of mentorship product very soon. By the end of January, we're hoping to get it out. We're still working on it, but we're using the mistakes and the experience that we learned from our first startup into Clinify, so we don't make that same mistakes again, and we learn from those.
Yeah, so what were the main challenges you faced? As you mentioned that you were in the initial times you were just cold calling people and facing a lot of rejections. So I assume that was a really tough time. But what were the main challenges you faced while working on those startup, Ulock and Clinfair?
I think one of
So
the
anything you would like to share?
Yeah. So when we were starting with Huloq as a digital marketing agency, it was very important for us to go to our client's office and to meet them personally, because they wanted to see who they were gonna employ or hire. And in the beginning we didn't have money, and being in Goa, it there's no Uber or Ola, so we had to book private cabs, and that cost 1,000, 2,000 rupees just for a few kilometers. And so we were short on money, we were short on people, and then we had to only go on weekends, especially managing with college. But I think that it's very important that you hustle and try your best in college, because that's the best time you're going to get to explore, and it's fine if you waste some money getting here and there and trying something different, but it's really important that you do so. So that was one of our biggest challenges. Another big challenge was building our team, finding the right experienced people. That's also
Mhm.
very hard. A lot of students have really great ideas, but because they can't find the right co-founder or the right partners, it becomes difficult to execute that plan. So I was, lucky to find Harish, my co-founder, and the tech team to help me build the products.
Yes. So now you have a huge team. We would like to hear you here on the team dynamics, like to know maybe let's say are there any some sort of conflicts, not necessarily big or large, but how do you personally go about solving conflicts within the team as you have grown and hired others as well?
So we don't have as such conflicts as such. What we do is we have brainstorming sessions. A few times a week, 3, 4 times a week, we have brainstorming sessions where we'll just get on a Google Meet or we'll get on a Zoom meeting, and just for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, we'll just discuss ideas. We will criticize each other's ideas. We will, just sort of tell everything that we are thinking to each other, and just keep it open for criticism to see how they like our idea, how we can proceed. And that really helps us out, because when all the whole team puts their minds together, at the end of the session we really come up with something great that can help us move our product forward in the timeline. So that's one way we look at things to solve
Yeah.
problems and challenges.
Oh, that's great. So I just checked out your website. It was really great. The interface of Clinify and Ulog, that was really great. So I just wanted to know, like, was it hard to, just you use only the personal financing, or how you got your initial funding, like to publish your websites and booking the domain name? Was it hard, or how was that experience like?
So initially, there was this technical competition in BITS Goa, our college, and there was this pitching competition basically where we had to come up with a startup and pitch it. And so this was back in our first year. Me and my co-founder went, and we were facing third, fourth years who had crazy ideas, robots that can extinguish fires or something, and we were very nervous and scared. And we went in there, and turns out, we actually got funded initial amount of 10,000 rupees. It wasn't much,
Oh, that's
but
great.
it was enough to get the website hosting charges out of the way and to acquire that initial marketing advertising clients. And once we got 2 3 clients, paying
Yeah.
clients, we started using that money to buy our Google G Suite, and for other technical website hosting expenses.
Oh, that's great, Shanj. Okay, thank you. It was a really great experience. Like you just shared everything with us. It
Sure.
was, I'm sure the viewers would really enjoy having you on board with us. And it was a really great that you explained so nicely about all the things you challenges you faced. I have seen some people like just they don't show the real hustle and the struggles they've been. Once you are on the top, you can just make up the story of what the hustles you have been. But I guess it was really nice of you to share your details with us.
Yeah, it was great talking to you guys. It's a pleasure being hosted by you guys.
This marks the end of a remarkable talk show. We thank you, sir, for joining us today. It was really a great, knowledgeable, and informative session. I hope you all enjoyed the session as much as we did. See you soon on our next episode. That will be Dinero. Till then, stay tuned.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you, Vidit. Thank you, Varun.